What you got, Jay?
Oh, just a little cut
Wow,
and tile.
that was a tricky one to not break, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. So I got my first grind mark there, and actually did on the tile saw.
Let's see if it fits. That's what matters.
Okay.
Yeah. You should go home now.
Yeah, I should.
The gutter team is here today, and we're putting on these half-round bronze color, I think is what they call it, to match what's on the other house, and that's definitely more expensive, probably double the cost of your normal gutters. I caught just the very end of that, but they're using a string line and a little level that attaches to that string line to make sure that the gutter is actually out of level by the right amount so the water drains to one end. I don't know that I've ever seen one of those before. That's a great idea though. Gutters are done, and look at that.
Oh man.
They match perfect.
I love it. Now we're seeing what we've been talking about this whole time, about getting these things to look like they belong together, and they do. I'm really happy with it.
You may have noticed this video has a lot more drone shots than previous episodes. It's because I got a new drone. It's a DJI Mini 3 Pro.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, and it's super quiet, so it doesn't freak people out if you're hovering right over their heads. It's got a Cine Smooth, which is like cinema smooth.
Cine as in C, starts.
Yeah, it's really smooth and slow. The files get offloaded a lot quicker and easier. It's just easier to fly. The battery lasts longer. I've just been holding out because it was like $1,000.
I think it's worth it. I think it's money well spent.
Yeah, because we totally documented the whole gutter.
I'm hoping this one you can fly in the house for me a little bit.
I probably can.
Like around the collar ties?
We better wait till I get better.
Okay. Like when they're hanging the lights in the collar ties, you can fly it up there.
I could. Hey, if you ever finish some tile work and then you're gonna leave the job site, I would make sure no one walks into that room. Jamie's actually it'll catch him like a fly trap.
There's no telling what'll be stuck in this thing when we come back.
We've actually had clients show up and not realize that the tile was so fresh that it would mess up, and they've walked on it, and then we lost our minds. So
yeah, it goes like this. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then they walk in and step all over it, and then the tile guy comes back the next day and is trying to figure out why all his tile is sunken in the shape of the homeowner's feet. That's so loud. Yeah, there's a reason I'm not sticking this to the edge of the drywall here or the face of the drywall, because when you pull this off, it'll actually peel the paper right off the drywall and tear a giant nasty looking thing. So, there we go.
I think that's good. If someone walks through that, they're determined they're going anyway.
Yeah.
What's that crazy noise?
I'm just beating my wood.
Okay.
Make sure it's flush on the face.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Flush.
I mean, feel it. Touch it.
Yeah. Oh, you did it. Nice job. Ray Bangs Wood. You know, there's a guy that has a YouTube channel called Matt Bangs Wood.
Yeah.
But I bet you bang wood better than he does.
You think so?
Definitely.
I mean, I don't like to brag or anything to show off.
after our meeting with the satellite guy, I realized that either we had to pre-install some Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable, or I could just do the conduit and then he could install all of it. And that sounded better to me.
Yeah. And by the way, this wall is very planed out more than normal with art lighting, TVs, consoles that are all going to be built in and permanent.
By the way, we have to design that console still. I got a meeting tomorrow about that.
You're not going to say a joke about consulting someone about it?
No. Oh man, I put that right out there for you to take.
All right.
I'm gonna go depth.
Whoa, I about sawed my tool in half.
Did I get this? Is this dead?
I hope not. I think I just cut the battery in half.
I don't know where you hit it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, look out for that.
No big deal. Thanks. Like a beached whale. Here we go.
Think you're going to keep your tailgate up this weekend?
Yeah, I might even put a strap around it just in case, something bad happens.
If you missed it on the last house we built, we had a nice tile saw, and then Jaime drove somewhere with the tailgate down, and it was gone when he got wherever he was going because it fell out the back.
I don't know where it went.
It went out the back in the
All
road
I know
somewhere.
is it was there when I left. It was gone when I got there. I didn't even hear it.
I
or
can't say
nothing.
anything. I've driven down the road with the tailgate down and not known it, and lost the whole toolbox out the back.
Yeah,
And then found it on my way back from where I was going.
that's nice. I mean,
It happens.
stuff happens. We nailed all this wood on with 18 gauge brads. They're 2 inches long, and you can't even see them if you're like 4 feet away, which is exactly what I
Our dad
wanted.
was just in here, and he was like, "How is this attached?" He was walking up like, "What?" And then,
And luckily the wood, has all kinds of different colors and character that helps disguise the nails. But if you had used like a 16 gauge nail and you put like 4 in every board, they'd be a lot more obvious. And then you'd be tempted to fill them with putty. But the color of the wood will change over time.
Yeah.
And putty doesn't. So you might match it perfectly, and then in a year, they might really stand out and be an eyesore because the color of the wood will change.
Yeah. And one final thought, we were discussing this one board that's huge.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you could have sold that one board for over $300.
Maybe I still will. I got 2 small boards I could replace it with.
Yeah, and my apologies for the video. I know I keep putting these scenes of this wood just over and over.
Hey, don't apologize.
But I can't stop looking at it and how awesome it looks. I'm really happy with it.
No need to apologize.
But that doesn't matter as long as Jamie's happy with it.
I gotta say something else too. I'm a little sad, but I'm happy. All right. I'm sad because I didn't get to help install any of this, even though I've been thinking about it for a long time. But I'm happy that I didn't have to.
Yeah, the guys did a great job, and
They
I
did.
didn't even help that much,
It looks beautiful.
actually.
You put your Google button on for a camera shot.
Oh, we're kind of used to it by now, though.
We got an outlet rattling over there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we covered an outlet up.
No, we didn't. It's good.
All right,
Love it.
we're gonna finish this floor Monday after the mortar's dried and we can go around this tile. We were just talking about though how hard it was to pull these cut nails out if we got one like halfway in and then a board needed moved or it split or something. It was impossible, which seems weird since it's tapered to go in. It should come out easier. But Jaime, he's an expert on this. What's the reason?
Well, I watched this show called The Woodwright Shop with a guy, Roy Underhill. You ever heard of him?
Yep.
He makes everything with hand tools, no power tools. And he explained once that the taper on the nail, it gets tighter the more you drive it in, and the
Right.
fibers of the wood actually bend downward slightly on the edges of the taper, sort of like binding it in place, almost like
little
barbs.
or fishing hook.
Now, when you try to pull it out, they kind of have to get longer, and they can't because they press tighter the harder you pull against the nail. So
Pretty wild.
It's kind of neat. He did a good demonstration with 2 pieces of like straw, like brooms, being the wood fibers, and he drove a wedge, and it was pretty cool. Anyway,
It's all about the angle of those nails.
we should measure
Like
the angle,
taper,
and see
the
what side.
taper
Yeah,
angle.
There's all kinds of tapers if you want to get into tapers. Like with milling machines and lathes and Morse tapers and whatever.
Right. He's done.
Did I get my check yet, by the way? Can I leave? Hear about nails anymore? And fibers and barbs.
This video is brought to you by PolyCam, which is a free 3D scanning app that's made a huge difference for the efficiency of my workflow just using my smartphone. It's really simple. I just scan my projects or something I want to fab up in the shop, and then I get an instant 3D model or a floor plan. The feature I really love, and I think it's a game changer for any builders, is called Room Mode, so I can use PolyCam to generate 2D or 3D floor plans in just a couple seconds. The app even identifies furniture, walls, and windows, gives me a quick simplified floor plan to help me get the job done. Plus, I can get instant top-down views of my project's walls and floors with the blueprint tool, and it's a great way to get accurate measurements even after I've left the job site. PolyCam has a new feature called sharing, and it allows me to send captures directly to my clients or my partners. PolyCam sharing is a free feature, and it's available on all of the platforms, including iOS, Android, and the web. It will also allow you to edit scans as a group, whether that's with your friends, coworkers, or clients, and control permissions and access from within the app. PolyCam sharing can be used to create collaborative albums and build collections with other users. Another huge bonus for me is that you can import PolyCam plans directly into AutoCAD, and that's what a lot of designers and architects use. And then you have immediate use to get measurements with higher levels of accuracy than previously possible. Try PolyCam for free by following the link in our description and start cutting time and costs on your construction projects. Thanks again to PolyCam for sponsoring our video. We really appreciate it. Make sure to check it out. I really like this one.
I've taken this thing apart, and there's part of it that I just can't get apart without taking more of it apart than I wanted to. I could just saw it off with a Sawzall, but then I would forever be committed to this tool being a floor sander, and I don't even know if it's gonna work. I'm kind of bummed out right now. I hate to make a choice like this because I really want to see my floor sander idea work. I feel like I'm getting somewhere finally. I've completed my first test to see if this thing will be unwieldy or whether it's going to be manageable and safe, or at least safe enough. Now I just need to build this frame that's going to give it a little bit of like, we're going to just call it training wheels, because when this hits a bump and it starts rocking back and forth, it really is uncontrollable, and I think it would really scar up the floor badly if it did that while I was using it on a wood floor. My homemade floor sanding machine is taking shape, and I'm becoming more confident that it might actually work well. With a few more tacks of the welder and a few screws, I can test the machine before I go full blown with the final build. I think that would be a wise idea. I was trying really hard to get the old adhesive off from that piece of sandpaper, and it wasn't working. So I resorted to this paint stripper, And man, this is doing the job. I'm just kind of scuffing it around a little bit. You can see it's all just coming off. I'll get this wiped down. Should be good and clean for my new sandpaper.
We are done with the bulk of the flooring. That means it's time to sand it. Unfortunately, there's crap in this room and crap in that room. So we got to move all the crap to one or the other and then move it all back. We're at the moment of truth with this sander. I'm going to be the backup safety guy to be ready to unplug it in case it gets away from Jaime, because I don't know what's going to happen.
All right.
It'll probably unplug itself.
Could get loud in here, so I got to try not to run over the cord too.
All right.
All right, I'm ready. You ready?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, did you hear the generator
Yeah.
almost shut off?
Yeah, I didn't like that. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's get it going. Let's get it going.
I
Oh,
lift it up a little.
the
The generator is like, won't do it.
It's going into like hyperdrive.
Yeah, you might need to lift it just a little.
I'm a little scared. Go ahead.
There we go.
Whoa! That thing just went bad. But dude, the part that
wow.
it sanded did really good. We just gotta do that a couple hundred more times, just a little bit at a time. Maybe we adjust it a little bit so it's not down as much. So
Yeah.
where it just skips.
Yeah.
Because right now it's designed to only take off high spots. Oh, really? Okay. It's not working.
It's kind of good you made that adjustable. Not too much. That's it for our video today. Make sure to check back for our next episode. There's gonna be tons more on this project. There's so many cool things we're doing and custom building at the end of this one. So make sure to check back for that. Also, thank you to PolyCam. Make sure to click the link. That's free. So just check it out. It's totally free. And we also sell some stuff. We sell tool belts, we sell merch. We have a discounted link to TrueWork in our description. It gets you 15% off. And we're going to be in Las Vegas at the building show. I just want to remind everyone again, if you're going, hey, come say hi. We'd love to meet you. We're going to be at the Huber booth. We're going to be with Sashco, TrueWork, GRK, and Evolve Stone. And we'll just be floating around, checking stuff out. Thanks for building with us. See you next time.